Well, one thing I do want to ask you before I let you go is like obviously you did your building the PC video, which set the internet on fire, but you also had a picture of you painting, I believe it was one of the emperors. I don't know the name of those particular type of emperor's guard, but it was a helmet, a Warhammer helmet.
Yeah, the Adeptus Custodes.
That's the one. It's been a while for me, I have to be said. I was more of an Adeptus Titanicus man back in my youth.
Okay. Oh, and I have also played that.
Yes,
many moons
I had an
ago.
Eldar army when I was a teenager. Loved it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I see that look. I see that. You're like, oh, Eldar, is it? Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, filthy Xenos, but it's okay.
But why has there never been a decent adaptation of 40k? That's what I want to know. Because I feel like if technology's here to do Lord of the Rings, 40k has some of the most, I mean, it's incredible looking stuff. Like, why don't we have that?
I think because, and quite rightly so, something which I love about Games Workshop is that they've been very protective of their IP. And I think that's a great decision and very wise. And obviously, that'd be something I'd be very excited to do.
Yes. Henry Cavill is Eisenhorn.
I mean, I don't know about Eisenhorn necessarily. When you've got Valdor and Primarchs out there, then it just seems a shame to be a mere Inquisitor. But I would absolutely... I would leap at that opportunity, and it's something I'll be very, very excited to do. But I'm glad they have protected their IP.
Yeah.
And there haven't been just loads of TV shows and movies and stuff done poorly. It needs to be handled perfectly.
Yeah.
It needs to be handled to a Lord of the Rings level. And if it's not, I'll be massively disappointed. And
do not be the guy who ruined Warhammer. Like that's
absolutely. And we'll see. Maybe I could be the guy who does Lord of the Rings
for Warhammer
level of Warhammer 40k or 30k or whatever. I don't know.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
40k or classical fantasy? Like, do you both or just 40k?
Actually, classical fantasy I also enjoy because the Total War games.
Yeah.
And,
yes, of course, yeah.
And also, I was that guy teenager, adult, who bought all of the Warhammer Fantasy Armies books and all of the codexes and would just read them. And fantasy list build. I never had a chance to actually play with anyone, but it's I would list build in my head. I would get all the lore in there and learn all the rules, and I loved that. And so it was both. I mean, and the Sigmar storyline is fantastic as well. I haven't played Age of Sigmar. I haven't got into that yet, but the books written about Sigmar were brilliant. I enjoyed those, and so there's a potential for a storyline there as well.
So much stuff.
There is so much stuff, and that world is so rich, and that universe is so exciting, and that is the true dream job opportunity.
Yeah.
If I were to have the opportunity to to show that as live action, I think it's important to say that.
Yeah.
Then I would be ecstatic.
That would be amazing. What was your chosen chapter?
Chosen chapter?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's okay. Adeptus Custodes, which is, they're not Space Marines, so they're not chapters. If I were to go for a chapter, it would either be, before Custodes came out, Blood Angels were my chapter, and also Salamanders.
Oh, okay.
They were my two favorites.
So you're looking at Cal, I just thought Space Wolves would have been on the agenda, but
I mean, Space Wolves are cool, really cool, and they are great. But thing is, I'm a bit of a loyalist, even with my own stuff. And so I felt guilty just having two chapters. And so you can't then go, oh, okay, I'll be Space Wolves as well.
Yeah.
Space Wolves are really cool. And I thought, I'm going to let them be cool from a distance and do it that way. I mean, I also enjoyed the idea of Grey Knights as well, because them being the ultimate of demon hunters was great. And actually all the new stuff they have out now is they are quite strong within the meta, I believe. But yeah, I would say Blood Angels for their nature and what they represent, and the same with Salamanders.
Amazing. Well, Henry, thank you very much indeed for nerding out with me today.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Anytime.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Now we're on Netflix Geeked, so let's talk about what you guys personally geek out about. Henry, let's start with you.
Specifically, which universe or just?
I mean, just anything.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
How long have you got?
You've got so many and I've got none.
Yeah,
Like,
I was like, how much time do we have?
Listen, I'll stay here all day listening.
Ruling out The Witcher.
Yeah, no, The Witcher. Okay.
I mean, the easy answer is Warhammer 40,000. That is my jam. I have been into it since I was 10.
What's your army at the moment?
Custodes.
Yeah. I'm going Necrons next
No,
year.
wait.
Necrons.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Were you
Shall we-
into?
Yes.
Were you into this before, or is this a new thing?
Let's just assume that anything nerdy I've been doing for a good 30
Oh wow,
years.
we could talk for hours.
Yeah. No, so yeah, that's my jam, and that's the stuff I do in my free time.
That's amazing, amazing. I'd love to see your armies. Do you paint them yourself?
I do. Yes.
That's
So cool.
Yeah.
Is it?
That is really, it's
Is
cool
it?
when, yeah, it is cool.
Cool in
I
a
like
certain
painting.
world,
I
yeah.
like painting, there you go. So
It
I
is-
think
it is
I'd really
so
enjoy
therapeutic.
that.
I think you'd be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
actually
think I really would.
So is that
satisfying.
your geeky thing? Is painting?
It could be.
Yeah.
Henry might get me onto it. Otherwise it's, oh no, my geeky thing is probably cooking, like watching cooking videos.
No, that's wonderful. Listen, I like watching
I know,
people
it's so
renovate houses.
boring.
I don't care. I'm
It's not
shameless.
boring.
I love cooking as well, so that's probably why. Yeah, I geek out about cooking.
But the painting thing, you could bring some. This is what you need to do in your trailers on the off time during season 3. You paint minis and you
We
just
don't
get everything.
have. What's off time?
Yeah.
Off time, yeah.
This is an interesting. I like this concept
exciting,
though. Yeah,
We should
it's good.
get some of that.
Yeah, can we bake that into the schedule?
Yeah, can we?
Off time.
It'll be like a lunch hour and then painting time.
Yeah.
Right on the call sheet.
Henry's painting time.
Are you going to join them into paint, or do you have another?
Oh, I love painting. Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
it's like
you're brilliant
No, I
at it.
actually genuinely love art. Yeah.
There are a lot of characters from the Warhammerverse, the universe that I want to be, but I can only really be one. Because once I'm one, then I can't be others. If it were to ever happen, if there were to be anything live action, I would have to be very aware of that. It is obviously character rich, especially the 40k universe. I suppose I could play a different character from the Warhammer Fantasy universe versus the 40k universe, but again, I'm now just dreaming. So I'd have to speak to the guys at Games Workshop and see what happens.
5 years, you'd make a very good Greg Horizon, I think.
That would be exciting, yes, but then I burn Primarchs and the Captain General, so I don't really know.